Ethiopia is Africa's second most populous country, with a population exceeding 120 million in 2025. Its young demographic is both a remarkable opportunity and a major challenge. Understanding Ethiopia's population trends, youth-driven economy, and social implications is essential to grasp how this East African nation is positioning itself in the 21st century. In this video, we explore the dynamics shaping Ethiopia's population growth, employment, education, and economic potential, while also highlighting the uncertainties and risks that come with such rapid demographic change. Ethiopia's population has been growing rapidly for decades. In the 1960s, the country had around 22 million people. By the 1990s, this had doubled. Today, the population exceeds 120 million, making Ethiopia the most populous landlocked country in the world. The majority of Ethiopians are under 30, giving the nation one of the youngest populations globally. This demographic structure creates a youth bulge, which can be an engine of economic growth if harnessed effectively, but it also presents enormous social and economic pressures. One of the key opportunities of a young population is workforce expansion. With millions entering the labor market each year, Ethiopia has the potential to become a major hub for production, services, and technology in Africa. Young workers are often more adaptable, innovative, and willing to adopt new skills. In sectors like agriculture, manufacturing, and emerging technology, this demographic advantage could translate into significant economic growth. However, population growth also places immense pressure on infrastructure, education, and social services. Many young Ethiopians still lack access to quality education, vocational training, and healthcare. High youth unemployment remains a persistent issue. According to recent reports, more than 20% of urban youth are unemployed, and underemployment is widespread in rural areas. Without targeted policies and investment, Ethiopia risks facing social unrest, brain drain, and underutilization of its demographic potential. Education is central to Ethiopia's ability to transform its youth into productive economic participants. Over the past decades, literacy rates have increased and school enrollment has expanded. Yet, quality remains uneven. In rural regions, schools often face shortages of trained teachers, textbooks, and basic facilities. Efforts to introduce technical and vocational education aim to bridge this gap, preparing students for employment in modern industries. For those interested in global labor trends, Ethiopia's emphasis on education and youth skills development is an area worth monitoring. Urbanization is another factor linked to population growth. Cities like Addis Ababa, Mekelle, and Bahir Dar are expanding rapidly. Urban areas attract young people seeking education and employment, creating new economic hubs while also straining housing, transportation, and public services. Addis Ababa, for example, has seen rapid construction of apartments, roads, and industrial zones, but informal settlements continue to grow, highlighting the ongoing challenge of urban planning. Agriculture continues to play a central role in Ethiopia's economy, employing roughly 60% of the population. Young Ethiopians are increasingly participating in agribusiness and modern farming methods, including mechanized agriculture, irrigation projects, and export-oriented crops like coffee and horticulture. These developments offer opportunities for both domestic food security and international trade, while helping to retain youth in rural areas. The Ethiopian government has launched initiatives to support youth entrepreneurship. Programs providing microfinance, business training, and mentorship are aimed at empowering young people to start small and medium-sized enterprises. Startups in sectors like technology, renewable energy, and logistics are emerging, particularly in urban centers. These programs are critical as they not only stimulate economic growth, but also provide alternatives to migration, which has historically been high among Ethiopian youth. Migration is another key element of Ethiopia's youth economy. For decades, Ethiopians have migrated to the Middle East, Europe, and North America in search of work, education, and better opportunities. Remittances remain a major source of national income, but they also highlight domestic economic challenges. Creating local employment and entrepreneurial opportunities is vital to ensuring that Ethiopia's young population contributes to the country's growth rather than seeking opportunities abroad. Technological adoption is increasingly shaping Ethiopia's youth economy. Mobile money, digital platforms, and e-commerce are transforming how young Ethiopians work, trade, and interact. Fintech startups, online marketplaces, and digital services are creating new income streams and connecting Ethiopia's youth to both domestic and global markets. While challenges like internet access, affordability, and infrastructure remain, digital transformation is a major growth area. Gender dynamics are also important. Young women in Ethiopia face unique challenges in education, employment, and social participation. Efforts to increase female school enrollment, expand vocational training, and support women entrepreneurs are vital for maximizing the economic potential of the country's youth. Closing gender gaps in employment and education is not only a social imperative, but also an economic one, as women's participation significantly contributes to overall growth. Health and social services are closely tied to population growth. High fertility rates, maternal and child health challenges, and limited healthcare infrastructure affect both urban and rural youth. Programs targeting reproductive health education, nutrition, and access to medical services are critical for ensuring that the young population is healthy and able to contribute productively to society. Ethiopia's youth culture also influences the economy. Creative industries, music, art, and media provide both employment and cultural expression, while helping to foster national identity and social cohesion. In 2025, Ethiopia's creative sector is growing, with young entrepreneurs and artists gaining recognition both domestically and internationally. This cultural vibrancy adds a unique dimension to the youth economy and can attract tourism, investment, and international partnerships. Regional and global trends intersect with Ethiopia's population growth. Climate change, global trade shifts, and geopolitical developments in the Horn of Africa all impact the country's economy and opportunities for youth. For example, droughts affect agriculture-dependent communities, while foreign investment in infrastructure can create jobs and stimulate urban economic growth. Understanding these dynamics is essential for anyone researching Ethiopia's future. Youth-driven political engagement is another factor shaping Ethiopia's trajectory. Young people are increasingly vocal in politics, civil society, and advocacy, demanding transparency, accountability, and reform. While political tensions exist, this activism can be a source of stability and progress if harnessed constructively. It also reflects the interconnectedness of demographic trends, governance, and economic development. Ethiopia's energy sector intersects with population growth. Expanding access to electricity, renewable energy projects, and rural electrification programs are crucial for enabling youth to participate fully in the economy. Access to power supports small businesses, digital platforms, and education, making energy a foundational element of the youth economy. Looking ahead, Ethiopia's youth economy in 2025 is shaped by both opportunity and uncertainty. With the right policies, investment, and social support, the country can turn its young population into a demographic dividend, a major driver of economic growth, innovation, and cultural development. But failure to address unemployment, education quality, infrastructure, and governance risks squandering this potential. It is important to note that Ethiopia's future is not predetermined. This video presents a broad overview of current trends and challenges, but viewers should research further and consult multiple sources when exploring topics related to migration, employment, or economic policy. Local conditions vary widely, and Ethiopia's youth experience differs significantly by region, gender, and socioeconomic background. Ultimately, Ethiopia's population growth and youth economy are central to understanding the country's 21st century trajectory. From agriculture to technology, from creative industries to governance, the young generation is shaping Ethiopia's present and future. In 2025, Ethiopia's demographic landscape is both a challenge and an unprecedented opportunity, offering lessons not only for the country itself, but also for other nations navigating similar transitions. By studying Ethiopia's youth, population trends, and economic policies, we can see how a country with a rapidly growing population can strive to balance growth, stability, and opportunity. It is a story of resilience, innovation, and the pursuit of a sustainable future, a story still unfolding in real time. Thanks for watching. Have you ever visited Ethiopia?